Hello readers and writers of the internet, welcome back. I brought another book. I swear I don't mean to, and like I haven't read a lot, but like I see it and I'm like I need to get it now before I forget. And yeah, it's just created a cycle. So after this, no more books, no more. But the book I did get was Birds of Paradise. Evidently, this is a new book. I didn't see it on my radar like anywhere, but I looked at like the Goodreads publication. It came out like recently, like June, July, 2021. Recently, there aren't too many reviews on Goodreads, but the reviews that are on there, a lot of people seem to really like it, so I'm excited for that. But yeah, moving past that, this is going to be my what month are we? The July wrap up, the August TBR. Yeah. So this video is actually going to be really short because I'm just going to be rehashing a bunch of stuff and I don't want to bore you guys. Let's get into it. Oh, and also, I did do a new video. It's a Let's Talk and it's about the reading rush. So if you haven't watched that video, go watch it. It's kind of different for this channel. I'm not really talking about a book. I'm talking about the reading rush. So I'll link it up there for you guys. I had fun filming it. It's not like blowing up or anything, but it's kind of popular. So I'm glad that you guys are enjoying it. And again, like subscribe to the channel if you aren't already. It really does mean the world to me. It really helps me out. So in July, I only managed to read one book. It was All Fall Down by MJ Arlidge. This is the 9th book in the Detective Helen Grace series, and I listened to it on Audible. It's Elizabeth something that narrated it. She did a lot of the other books. She's really good. I really like her. I just forget her last name. I'll put her name down on the screen for you though. But yeah, it's the 9th book in the series, and I listened to it on Audible. When I first listened to it and like all the twists or unraveling and stuff like that, I'm not gonna lie, I was like, I kind of saw that one coming. I kind of saw it, but I also kind of didn't. Like, I wasn't like, oh, I 100% knew that. I'm like, oh, okay, yeah, that makes sense. I think I figured that part of it out partly, maybe, question mark. So like when I first finished the book, I'm not gonna lie, I was like, it's not my favorite of his that he did. I gave it 4 stars still because it was still really good. But I'm like, out of the series, it's not my favorite. It's probably down there with like Hide and Seek, Little Boy Blue, you know, other books like that. But then like I sat on it for a while and then I realized actually I kind of actually really like this book. So it's probably up there around a 4.5. I don't think it's 5-star material, but it is up there. It has grown on me. I do like the twist and all that kind of stuff. So yeah, highly recommend it. Highly recommend MJ Arlidge. Highly recommend the Detective Helen Grace series. I recommend everything. But yeah, that's it. That's the July wrap up right there for you. Sorry it wasn't bigger, but like I've been having work and I've been doing summer classes, and they're all morning. They all take place in the morning. So it's not like I can wake up and then read for an hour or two and then go about my business. I wake up and I immediately go do those things. And then I've either had like homework or like time just gets away from me, or like after work I'm just too tired to like read. I'm like, I'm just gonna watch YouTube. So that's kind of what happened there. I will try my best in August to read more books. I do sincerely apologize. I swear to you, I didn't mean for me to only read one book, but even when I finished All Fall Down, I looked at like the month. I finished it like the 25th. I'm like, there's no way I want to finish anything else. So yeah, that's what happened there. So let's just move on to the TBR. So this book is also another Audible book. It's called Shutter Island. I forget who wrote it, but I'll have a picture up there on the screen for you guys. If I remember correctly, this is a book about an island with like an insane asylum on it, and then people go to visit it, and bad stuff starts to happen. That's really it. Audible, they did have a 2-for-1 sale. So I got that one for 1 credit, and then I got The Couple Next Door ? I think I bought that one. Again, I'll have a picture up. I don't know who wrote it or anything like that. So hopefully I'll be listening to those 2 books. I do drive back to Chattanooga tomorrow. And then, like, I'm traveling across Tennessee, like, to Brentwood and stuff like that later in the week. So maybe I'll listen to it then. Maybe. I'm not entirely sure. We'll just have to play it out, but I should be able to finish those. The Gracier by Kim Liggett. I won't talk about this one a lot. You guys have heard it again and again and again, and so I'm tired of rehashing it. But I'm about halfway through this book. I like it. I kind of wish, like, a little bit something more was happening, and I get why this is happening, but there's, like, this one girl that's, like, the bully of the group, and, like, she always gets what she wants. You know, she's a brat, and everyone just kind of, like, goes along with it, and, like, wants her acceptance and all of that. And, like, it kind of makes sense while they're out, you know, in the wild surviving for a year, because she does show, or at least pretend to show, that she does have, like, witch powers. And so, like, oh my goodness, she was the first one to showcase her powers. This is amazing. Let's stick with her, you know, that kind of stuff. But at the same time, like, when you really think about it, it's like, you guys are trapped out in the wild for a year, and you're trying to get, like, buddy and essentially go with, like, that classic, like, you know, popular girl system thing where it's like, oh, I have to get the popular girl, and you guys are literally starving to death. You guys are actually starving to death, like dying, and you're like, ugh, I just want her acceptance. I'm like, no, survive. It's kind of annoying. It kind of makes sense, but it also kind of doesn't. So yeah, that's kind of annoying. And then the main character, she's more, again, I've stated this, she's more like a manly woman, you know. So she's like, we need to, you know, store up wood and build a fire and that kind of stuff. And then all of her, like, contraptions and stuff, like, for collecting water and that kind of stuff, they just get, like, destroyed and again. And then, like, the group begins to ostracize her and, like, cast her out. And I'm like, okay, I kind of get that too. But at the same time, when I think about it, I'm just like, well, she's proven herself to be, like, the handyman at the group. And, like, you guys are destroying the things that you need, but you say that you don't need. Like, they're like, we don't need water. It'll come, you know? But, like, you know, the destroying her contraptions, they're trying to kill her. I'm like, I mean, that's all fair and good. It makes for a good story, but at the same time, it's like, wouldn't you want to keep the only handyman on the team for you? Like, I understand that, like, that kind of stuff to them isn't, like, a necessity. They're like, we don't need that. God will provide, or something like that. But, like, for me, it just makes a bit more sense to, like, kind of ostracize her, but also force her to do your guys' work, because you guys outnumber her. Like, they've already beaten the crap out of her a couple of times. Like, just force her to do the manual labor that you don't want to do instead of trying to kill her. So, yeah, that's kind of what's going on. I think I'm almost... Oh, no, I made it to winter. So I'm in the winter season now. I don't know if you can see that. So, one season down, autumn season, and now I'm in winter, so this is going to be good. Not Even Bones by Rebecca Schaefer. This one I'm not too far along in. It's just that I've read. But so far, I like it. The one annoying thing about this, though, is the mother character. Like, she's an older woman, kind of, sort of, but, like, somehow she's, like, portraying, like, a cool kid, and then a mean kid, and then, like, a smart kid. Like she's just, like, vindictive, and it kind of works for teenagers. For adults, that trope doesn't work too well. If you get what I'm saying, it's like, you know, an adult just going, like I think this is, like, an actual scene, like, her leaning back in her chair, like, putting her feet up and just going, I don't know. Are you scared? And, you know, stuff like that. I'm like, that's your daughter, but okay, ma'am, okay. So like that's the one thing that's kind of like fallen flat on me, is that is just not too believable. I think if the author would have gone for more of like the strict parent, not overbearing, not like this needs to be done, but like you're gonna respect what I say and you're gonna do what I say, or else there are gonna be really bad consequences, and stuff like that. I think that would be a bit more believable. But so far the plot is beginning and I like it. I do feel sorry for the boy that's been lured into this world, but that's already good because I just met him. I'm like, ooh. So yeah, that's going on there. And then without going into plots and anything, I'm just going to tell you guys like my next choices once I finish these, hopefully when I finish these. So next up, I'll probably do either The Midnight Lie, Agnes at the End of the World, Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde, Birds of Prey, maybe 14 Ways to Die. So yeah, those are my next picks. I'm not entirely sure. It'll come to me when I finish it. But this is why I also need to stop buying books, because I get so excited about the new books that I kind of like get disinterested in these. I'm like, no, I spent good money on those. Get interested in those. Like that was money. Like, come on, dude. So like I will read those one way or another. Like I'm not gonna abandon those. It's just right now my interest is in like, so that's that. That's really all I got for the video. I'm sorry that's so short. I'm sorry it's a bunch of rehashing. That's honestly not my intention, but that's just how it happened. Again, I've had a busy schedule, a lot of early mornings, a lot of late nights. So hopefully you guys are understandable. If not, I understand that too. But in the next few days or so, class does end. So I'll get a few days off there. So hopefully I can catch up on reading and other stuff like that. Yeah, again, I'm so sorry about that. Yeah. Thank you as always for watching. Don't forget to like, share, comment, subscribe. And it means the world to me if you follow me on all my other social medias, since Instagram, Facebook, Twitter. Those are listed down in the description below. And I will see you in the next video. Bye!